planet of spacetime phenomena. After months of exploring space, the research spaceship Odysseus 4.0 detected signals from an unusual planet called Gloomeria 7. Captain Max Irwin, Dr. Luna Sparks, an anomaly specialist, and Navigator Jazz prepared for landing, unaware that their greatest challenge awaited them on this mission. From orbit, they noticed that the planet seemed to float in space, its surface rippling like an image reflected in water, as if time and space adhered to no rules here. As the ship descended onto the planet's surface, the crew felt strange. It was as if the world around them alternated between speeding up and slowing down, and with every step, they encountered small areas where the scenery changed like a kaleidoscope. "These must be the anomalies we heard about in the signals," Dr. Sparks murmured, trying to control her pulse in the unstable conditions. But it was not the anomalies that turned out to be their greatest discovery. Encounter with the Chronarians. In the middle of one of the clearings, amidst the blurred contours of fog and light, mysterious beings awaited them. The Chronarians. They looked like translucent figures woven from pure energy. Their eyes seemed to pulse in sync with the waves of anomalies, and their bodies shifted, sometimes giving the impression of being in two places at once. The Chronarians, as it quickly became clear, were well aware of their ability to control spacetime anomalies. They understood that the visitors from Earth could pose a potential threat while simultaneously representing an opportunity to develop their skills in interacting with their untamed planet. The leader of the Chronarians, known as Eryjon, decided to put the Odysseus crew to the test. To understand the nature of their abilities and intentions, he proposed a challenge. The crew was to solve a spacetime puzzle, which required them to manipulate one of the ancient, powerful Chronarian artifacts called the Time Node. This artifact, resembling a sphere with flickering lights inside, could accelerate or slow down time depending on the emotions felt by those nearby. Trial of acceleration and deceleration. Max, Luna, and Jazz, sensing an aura of threat and challenge, took on the trial. In the presence of the Chronarians, whose translucent silhouettes reflected the flashes of the node, Dr. Sparks gently touched the artifact. Suddenly, the entire world around them froze in an instant. Only the crew could move while the Chronarians stared at them motionlessly. "What happened?" whispered Jazz, watching as Captain Max cautiously tilted the artifact, trying to return to reality. Each of them seemed to perceive time differently. Jazz moved as if in slow motion, while Max's heart raced wildly. When they managed to gain control over the time node, Eryjon expressed his admiration. "Your perseverance and courage make you worthy to interact with our race," he said, revealing that the Chronarians had long been seeking beings who could help them find a stabilizer for the anomalies, an ancient, forgotten artifact. Rebellion among the Chronarians. However, not all Chronarians were pleased with the presence of the Earthlings. The novices, the younger generation of Chronarians, rebelled, believing that human interference would only bring harm. Seeing the crew control the time node, the novices feared that the Earthlings might try to seize control over the anomalies, or even use them against the Chronarians. Leading the novices was a young leader named Zephyr, who openly criticized Eryjon and the other elders. Zephyr argued that the Chronarians should leave the anomaly to its own fate instead of collaborating with the Earthlings. Tensions between the elders and the novices quickly escalated, threatening to erupt into open conflict. Dr. Sparks noticed that the conflict between the generations of Chronarians was very similar to their previous experiences on the planet Vaporus 9, where the crew had unintentionally sparked a rebellion. This time, however, they decided to act more cautiously. Stormy connection and conclusion of trials. Eryjon, seeing the reluctance of the novices, offered the Earthlings assistance in safely leaving the planet if they would share some of their technological knowledge. As part of a final trial to demonstrate that the Odysseus crew was indeed trustworthy, he asked them to collaborate with Zephyr and his group to find and activate the Beacon of Time, a power center that could mitigate uncontrolled anomalies across the planet. Luna, Max, and Jazz knew they had no choice. Risking their lives, they traversed a labyrinth of fogs, shifting landscapes, and warped paths, reaching the Beacon of Time. When they activated it with Zephyr's help, the sky lit up with a multicolored aura, and the anomalies began to gradually subside. The Chronarians, both elders and novices, watched in awe and understanding. A new era on Gloomeria 7. During the farewell, Eryjon thanked the crew, knowing that their presence had been a catalyst for uniting the Chronarians and a step toward a new era. Zephyr, although still wary of the Earthlings, felt respect for their courage. All the Chronarians agreed that Gloomeria 7 had been enriched with new, more stable rules of anomalies. Rules that they themselves would now protect.